Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 9 in the morning. Um, just woke up, and yeah, we're gonna trade today in the stock market. I'm definitely excited about that. Okay, yeah. So start at 9. Market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you have any stocks you want me to take a look at, or you have any questions whatsoever, just go ahead and feel free to post them in the chat. I'll be looking at different stocks, determining which ones we should trade at market open. And yeah, I mean, it's probably just going to be a short trading day. Yeah, let's get it rolling. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and go over here, look at some stocks that are moving in the pre-market. So, again, when I'm looking for stocks for a trade, actually, let me move this over. There we go. That's probably going to be a little better. So, when I'm looking for stocks to trade in the morning, I'm looking for stocks that have, depending on what time it is in the pre-market, between like 300,000 and more. Right now we see TME. This one has a good amount. I know FedEx just had some news to come out that wasn't the best. So we'll take a look at FedEx. It is a much more... All right, so yeah, waking up to CKY. That's always fun. I don't. No, it was horrible. Somehow I don't know. Good morning, Scott. It's good to see you. Definitely good to see you. Enjoying the videos. Volatility trading, of course, enjoying your videos as well. And Hairbot, no, I don't. I woke up like this, and it's a scary sight. But okay, yeah, FedEx had some news come out in regards to package delivered or something. It wasn't good. So unfortunate for FedEx. Now for the gaining side, looks like we're having another nice bullish day. We'll take a look at MTFB. Take a look at that. GLG and also STAF. The only reason I'm looking so much at MTFB is because it's up over 50%. It's probably going to increase the closer we get to market open. And then it's just going to have a very nice pullback. So, good morning, Gary. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Truly appreciate it. I really do. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll get into the broker. Okay. Wow, some crazy movement on this one. Okay, there we go. I was like, what in the world? Okay. Yeah, but this stock is definitely... it's definitely had a fall, so for it to come up, I wouldn't even say it's really overextended. Yeah, it's up 50%, a little over 50%, but from this like huge gap, I think it's just trying to work its way back up to fill this right here. So, yeah, overextended, but it is being healthy because you have this huge pull right here. It comes back and it fills this gap right here from the huge pull. Then you have another huge overextension, but then it comes back and fills it. So it is pretty healthy right now. We'll keep an eye on it though. GLG. All right, so it looks like it just broke the 334 area. Yeah, so I think that's what a lot of bulls were looking for, is that break. So it could continue just to drift off after the huge move after market hour. Let's see, SPF. Yeah, I mean, right here would have been a nice area, and then the bulls would probably be looking for this area to break as well. But this candle is very bearish, so you know, it could continue to have a healthy growth. It's only up about 12% currently, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. So let's look at the side that I like to look at. So TME. Previous day's low, 1845. So in my last live stream, I think people kind of understood why I look at the previous day's low. What does that M mean on the chart? So basically, that's how I toggle my pre-market. If I, like currently, you can see the pre-market. Let's go to the 1 minute. I don't know if I have that. So you currently have the pre-market, and you toggle it. It takes the pre-market away. So it's basically toggling, seeing the intraday and then pre and post market. So now you can see the post and now you can see the pre. What a lot of people do is when market opens, they'll toggle it off so they're only focusing on the one candle. I normally just keep it on, but it's really just the person's preference. TME, okay, so the previous day's low, as we saw with LL, it came up, it touched the previous day's low with this huge overextension, and then it just crashed right back down, continued to go down. So that's why I look at the previous day's low, 1845. Currently at 17. We have about a point, almost a point and a half difference. Excuse me. So we would definitely be waiting for it to close that. I would love to have a push, especially over this previous day's, or the pre-market's high. That would just confirm that it is very overextended. Bears are going to be watching it for the pullback. So, okay, TME. And then also FedEx, much pricier. You know, FedEx never really did seem to recover from this pullback that, well, I mean, it really wasn't a pullback. They had bad news come out. So it technically crashed down. I mean, a good percentage. Started to go sideways, and then it looks like they're just kind of in the mess again. With FedEx and UPS, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how those go, just because Amazon is trying to take a good portion of shipping. So it's equivalent to what happened to Blockbuster. I mean, the same thing was filled for when Netflix occurred, and it was more convenient to the consumer. I mean, with everyone goes through Amazon, basically. So when they order it, everything just stays within the Amazon chain. It's not going to be good for FedEx or UPS. But we'll see how it goes. So primarily, I'll be watching TME. If anyone has any stocks they want me to look at, just let me know. Go ahead and post them. We'll take a look at them. You know, and it could be something else that we could add to the list. So previous day's low, 1845. I normally just put it here at my stop. I'll just put 1845 just because it's a mental. I don't have to keep on looking up here. I can stay within the montage. And I don't really use stop orders. So it's just an area for me to put it. Yeah, if it holds the $17 area, that'd be really nice. It holds 17, goes sideways. We definitely want to get closer to the VWAP to close that gap before we do short it. And yeah, if it holds that 17 area, it's just a support line that the bears can break. So what about, okay, so NO. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't really like too much is it does have a spread, but that could just clean up. Coming up to VWAP to close the gap. Since it had this huge pullback, it wants to come up, retest it basically for the bulls. It's down about a point. So yeah, we can definitely add this. Yeah, looking for a momentum push, and then probably look at it. All right, Yeah, I mean, analysis for the pre or like within the pre-market, it really doesn't take that long. There are people that, look at it for about an hour or so, which is fine. I mean, it really just comes down to whatever that person's comfortable with. My technique is a little different. I normally look at it for like 5, maybe 10 minutes. Then the trading day begins. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting around for a market to open. Just a few things. So, of course, I always got to talk about Circuit. Circuit's coming out. It's basically a crypto that's bridging the blockchain and competitive, really just competitive sports, competitive motorsports, competitive racing. So basically at the top right here, you'll see all the partnerships that we already have. Definitely excited about that. A lot of people are backing it. And there's a lot of connections within the Circuit chain. I mean, it's kind of amazing who knows who. So definitely looking for that. And then, of course, have to say thank you to everyone for supporting this channel. Mr. Kitty is just very excited about this. So 532, I never thought we would see that. I just thank you all so much, truly. And back to this. How's TradeNet for share availability for shorting microcaps and below? Yeah, normally it's not that good, to be honest. When I first started trading, I was with SureTrader, and of course that's basically where everyone goes for penny stocks, SureTrader, because normally they're going to have shares available. But granted, they have the downside of buying power. They always limit the buying power and all this. So as far as TradeNet for share availability, normally not that good. We see these pump and dumps basically with these penny stocks that are $2 or $3. They'll go up, and then, of course, the next day I want to short it, but it's not available. And that's what happened with BPTH. If we actually just go over, it finally broke $27 area. That's what I was talking about on Twitter yesterday. But basically, it had this huge pull up. I wanted to short it down into here. Shares weren't available, so that kind of stopped. Even though it was a very high price stock at this time, it still didn't have them available. So again, that's why a lot of people resort to SureTrader. But with SureTrader, your commissions are going to be crazy. Your platform fees are going to be crazy. ECN fees, routing fees. I mean, basically, fees will be the death of you. And that's just basically the synopsis for SureTrader. If you didn't think the stock market was hard enough, dealing with those fees is probably just going to add it to you. So again, I've used SureTrader. It was a good time while it lasted, but the fees are crazy. Now, basically for BPTH, yeah, it has horrible volume, but we are looking for a break of 21, which is the low of this candle, and 22. These are previous support lines. So I know I sent out a tweet because that's basically what the cool kids do. And I was saying once this area breaks, like right in here, I would say like right in here, it'll just continue to go down. But we'll see. They all have their pros and cons. That's very true. That's very true. They really do. I mean, there's cons with TradeNet, even though I use them, but there's pros as well, and that's with SureTrader. SureTrader, you can trade all the penny stocks you want. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's true. There's pros and there's cons, and when you're bypassing the pattern day trader, you're gonna find that. It's basically these brokers know you have to use them. So that's why there's going to be a good amount of cons with it, because you just have to use it. It's basically a monopoly. I just found out on SureTrader that you can't sell the bid to cover position or on the ask to sell position. Oh, that's weird. You can't sell the bid to cover position. So basically, you can't set limit orders? So the question, do I trade today? If you see the right setup, NOMD isn't a bad setup just because we can't see the previous day's low. Cool. It's coming up to the VWAP. Awesome. You definitely don't want to short when it's down here and it's very overextended. So it's, of course, with the VWAP, that's just how it operates. The stock's going to go in and out of the VWAP. Excuse me. I wouldn't take any type of, I mean, I personally won't take any like type of crazy risk just because I have the withdrawal in order right now. So once the funds are drawn, then I'll get a little crazier. As in, if you want to put an order to cover, you have to wait until it hits that on the ask. It's kind of weird. Because with short trader, you're trading stocks, you're not trading CFDs. I can see with CFDs, it would get like kind of weird like that. But yeah. That's weird. It's their way of getting the extra bits out of you, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what TradeNet did with the 3-cent rule. Even with CFDs, there shouldn't be any type of slippage. But, you know, again, that's you have to go with one of the brokers. You know, you can't really get away from it. But TradeNet does really mend everything that I need as far as, like, yeah, I can't trade pre or post market, which, you know, you can kind of view that how you want. But I can short stocks that are short sell restricted, which is amazing because that's like all I do is short. So also you're bypassing PDT. It's not like I can only trade 3 times a week or however, or 3 times within 5-day period. So, and of course the commissions are low. No clue, but I had an order in yesterday to cover at 138 and the bid dropped to 136. Is that the trade that you had like within your video? Yeah, because I know I was watching your video and you had the limit to cover and it came down, but it didn't get you out of the trade. So I'm not sure if that's the one that you're referring to or not. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Because I saw that and I was like, "What the hell?" And I know you you had to get out of that order before you could close it with the market. Had video proof and a witness. Oh crap! They're gonna come for me now. Let's see. TME. Previous days, 1845. I mean, these both could be good plays. So. Oh man. Okay, so primary TME and NOMD. So the two we are looking for. I'll definitely keep that in mind. See, you, me, and GDT will get together, go out, go like Dave and Buster's or something. We'll set it up. All right, so we have 10 minutes till market open. Cross day trader, did you get fired? Not yet. No, I'm gonna grow the beard out. I'm not even gonna cut my hair anymore. You know, that's the life of a day trader. You just kind of let yourself go, wake up late right before market open. But no, did not get fired. Taking some time off. Must have been fired. No way we live this close and aren't gonna hang out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a good old time though. Can't complain. Oh. Now, for me to get fired and be okay, I need to up my share size. That's the biggest thing. Once I start upping the share size, you know, definitely consider it. Yeah, no, I mean, we can hang out really anytime. You think it's creepy, eh? For some reason, it could, I don't know, I think it's like the shadow of my face or whatever, but Like, all this hair is the same length. It's just, like, all the focus is right here on the stash. I don't know. Like another YouTuber. Jeez. Oh. You just gotta keep working towards that. Oh, look at this! We just got a spike in TME. That's something that I've spoke of in the past. Is you normally don't want the spikes to occur right before market open. Normally, you like a healthy movement up and then a spike. But if it can hold this bull flag, and there is a crossing of the moving average and VWAP, so. Okay, Durham. I know Durham was one of the big ones yesterday. So what we at 13, 1438. Yeah, the only thing that might be a little weary is it has 34 cents that's down in the pre-market. So if it does spike, let's say there's a spike up to, I don't know, 1410 or whatever, then it has the potential to be a green trade, and then going from green to red may make it go sideways. That's the reason I like TME. We're down about a point, so even if it spikes up to 80 right here, that's only 50 cents. We're still down. So yeah, I mean, just because it was overextended, especially from all this, but if it does go into a green movement, and it is starting to close up right here, as far as I mean, basically like a ascending triangle. Nothing goes green in the market. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, actually trading a full, like a funded broker is definitely different than trading CFDs. So. Yeah, we'll definitely watch TME looking for a spike. I'm not going to get too crazy today just because I'm looking for the withdrawal, but definitely nothing really available today. Yeah, that was, and I mean, yeah, because Shirt Trader, I enjoy trading Shirt Trader. Oh, that was a hard one to say. Just because the withdrawals was awesome. The withdrawal process was awesome. It wasn't like TradeNet where it's so drawn out. But you got LXRX. What the hell? You got easies on LXRX. I'm not sure if you're saying the stock or if you're talking to volatility trading and you're saying on LXRX volatility. But yeah, 24,000 is easy to borrow. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Okay. Fair enough. 5 minutes to market open. So still watching TME. It is holding the VWAP right now. It is down about a little more than a point, about 7%, which is good. Looking at the previous day's low, 1845. Not saying it's going to touch 1845, excuse me, but I'd like for it to get closer to this pre-market high, just because it's filling the gap a good amount. And I know everyone is gonna, yeah, I love when the broker lags like that. It's awesome. But that's what a lot of people are going to be watching, this pre-market high. So 5 minutes, I got to go film my intro. Thank you, Garage Day Trader. Thank you so much for tuning in, and best trading to you. All right, so primary candidates: TME, NOMD, It's starting to come over extended off the VWAP again, so definitely have to wait for it to push up. Previous day's low 2079, about a point. I like this stock. I like this setup. I can't lie. I like this. If it becomes overextended, definitely like to jump into it. Small share size, of course. And then hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, my favorite trading day, can go in heavy. All right. Okay. 3 minutes. Oh man, the final countdown. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay, TME, NOMD. 2 minutes till market open. If you guys have any stocks you want me to look at, any questions, please feel free to ask. Yeah, it's just the waiting game right now. I think a lot of people build hype at market open, like they get really excited or nervous. There's really no reason to. It's funny. I think within this platform, as soon as market opens, like there's this bell that goes off. Like basically building it dramatizes market open. I just turn the volume off and stuff like that. Like it's just equivalent. I don't see a lot of people going to Walmart, and as soon as Walmart opens, there's this huge bell, and people are just ecstatic. So there's no reason for me to be ecstatic about a stock market opening. That's just the way I view it. I just keep it very calm, very chill. And even if I have a red day, keep it very calm and chill. All right, we have 1 minute till market open. It's holding right below the VWAP on NOMD, but it is holding the moving average. So go ahead and take a look right back at TME. So we did get that pullback, almost down to, I'm pretty sure that's the pre-market low right here. It's not moving, like the scope of this movement, we're staying basically within 80 and about 80 cents. So if it pulls up a good amount, you could take a larger share size and still be good because the movement isn't really there. It's not like the stock is, moving within the scope like 5 points or however. Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, well, market open. Here we go. Keeping a look on TME, NOMD. Looking for a push up, a momentum push. I'm not looking for any type of crash down. If it crashes down, I'm just not going to look at it anymore. Basically, your mentality has to be, if the stock doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, then I'm not going to trade it. If it doesn't hold this 50 area, this 1950, I'm not going to look at the stock anymore. It needs to push over this VWAP. If it doesn't push over the VWAP, then I'm not going to short it under the VWAP. That wouldn't make any sense. So, NOMD, it looks like it's about to push under 50. So go ahead and look at TME. 1845 previous day's low. Okay, we're starting to get a push. Looking at previous day's low, 2079. So 2079 would be like, well, ultimate stop, not really. But I just say that because I wanted to get closer in there. Again, if it doesn't break over the VWAP, I'm not going to short it. That's just that would make no sense whatsoever. Because basically you're breaking even ground when it touches the VWAP. We're not even really overextended right now. Now, some stocks do come up, touch the VWAP, and turn right back around, you know, and that's perfectly fine. But, you know, looking at the previous day's low, that's something that I look for. So, TME, still not sure what it wants to do. Yeah, it just touched the VWAP and turned around. So, okay, so we're starting to get a push over the VWAP. The volume really hasn't come in as much as I thought it would. I mean, within this first candle, we had only 100,000 shares traded. That's nothing crazy. It's touching the VWAP, kind of just messing around. We just have to keep in mind 2079. We're starting to have a seller wall right here. But again, this is a pretty bullish candle. I'm just going to let it ride up. Go ahead and set. And I'm only going to take 75 shares out. 2079. Now, again, it's not really that overextended right now. I'd like to have a push up to at least, I don't know, closer to 20 whole dollar. But I don't want to be too patient with it, so. Because the 1950 is the area we'd like to break. I would love for it to break the high of 1978. I don't know if it's going to have the pressure to, but that would make me feel more secure in shorting this. So it keeps touching it, like it wants to break it. Okay, so we're starting to have a pullback. It's starting to go crazy this late in the... I'm surprised the volatility is coming in now. What in the world? Okay. Still waiting for 1978 to break. Seems like it doesn't want to, and there is a double top right here. So we have 78, 78. A lot of people would go heavy in right here as 78 is their stop, but this one is interesting. I think it's pretty undecided what it wants to do. We have 78 as the high here. Double top. Look at the 5-minute candles. I would love for another strong push just to get all the bulls out. I don't think we're going to get that though. Looking back at TME. Yeah, it just had a sell-off right at open. Nothing crazy. Yeah, NOMD, it really wasn't overextended, so still waiting for that push, you know. Try and be patient with it, but you never want to be too patient. Okay, became disconnected there. Hopefully everyone can still see me. We're still battling NOMD right now, so nothing's really changed. Still watching it to see if it wants to break this 1978. Normally not in trades for this long. Well, I'm not even really in a trade, I'm just kind of watching. But it's been 8 minutes, so. VWAP and moving average crossing right here. Came up, touched the VWAP. See how it reacts to that. Looking at the 5-minute candles. Just holding that moving average. Moving average is basically at the low at 63. Yeah, this one's just taking a little longer than what I would like. TME, nope. Looking at Derm. Yeah, Derm's starting to push. When we were speaking with Garage Day Trader, see now it's going to green. So this was a red to green movement, and that was what we were speaking on. So now it could just go sideways. Always want to look out for that. NOMD, nothing too much really going on. Once it gets closer to this double top, the volume really starts coming in. So that's why I was waiting for it to get back up there, because I saw how it was reacting, and I think the bulls really want to push it through. But look at this huge seller wall that we have. So you definitely want to look out to see if there's any buyer or seller walls, because once you get into a trade, that's really going to affect it. And we're starting to push up. Now, once it breaks this 78, we want to see, is this going to be a false break? Is it going to go to like 80 and then just stop? Something you want to look out for. So we're starting to get the push up. Look at the 5-minute candles. Starting to get that push right here. Now it may start leveling itself off right here. Just kind of going down, so definitely want to look out for that. VWAP and moving average are just sitting there. Starting to have a seller wall. This is not a very eventful stock. We definitely have an ascension right here. So you have the ascending triangle. Should break out. If it holds a VWAP, it should break out. But I think it's very undecided right now. We have that seller wall again. Starting to break through. Kind of. Oh, now we're starting to get a push of something. Oh, we actually broke. I mean, it did go up to 80. So it went up to 80 like we thought with the false break. Double top right now. And then let's see how it reacts from there. Yeah, I was waiting for it to break through because I just saw how the volume was reacting when it got close to the double top right here. I'm about to go short in a second. Just watching it, see how it's going to react right here. Volume still piling in. Previous day's low, 2079. So we're starting to get a bunch of little false breaks within the stock. I have 200 shares within the montage. So not really risking that much. So we have a little false break right here at 1 cent. See if it wants to keep on going. So normally I deal with like quick momentum spikes, but this one's just kind of messing around. You know, not really seeing too much. It's becoming slightly overextended off the VWAP, which is something to look for. You just want to see how the candles are forming as they form. So like right here, this is turning into a bullish. Even though it's red, it's still bullish because it has a wick at the bottom, which means the bulls are pushing it up. It could change, but currently that's how it's looking. Have somewhat of a seller wall at 85. So they're starting to crash down a little bit. Get into that moving average. The 5-minute candle right here. Getting a little later in the day than I like to trade. Gotta wait for some type of pullback. Can't just short into the push down. A lot of people short, and they'll end up shorting the bottom of this candle, and then it'll just pull back up. So, and if it just continues to go down, then, you know, it's not a big deal. I am looking at 1987 though, to see if that's going to be the ultimate stop right here. Again, we are in the sea, it's starting to pull back. So if you short here, you know, it's already way up here. If anyone wants me to look at any stocks, please let me know. I'm just kind of watching this right now, just see how it reacts. We have a huge pull candle right here. I mean, a lot of people would get in at 80, have their stop at 87. If this breaks 87, that'd be a really good candle to short, just because it's pushed so much. All right, so we had a stop. We have a double candle right here, double top. 85. Huge seller wall though. So starting to get wicks right here. It's a good sign that it's starting to be pretty bearish. Oh man, this one is, oh Lord, getting the bullish formation, bullish flag. If it breaks 80, I'm going to short it. If it looks like it's going to break 80, I'm going to short it. Okay. God. It didn't, wow, okay. Well, at least I called it. I feel good about myself. Well, hopefully someone took that trade. It came down, but the share size didn't lower. I mean, I'll just say I wasn't quick enough. I'll just say that. So, okay, yeah, so hopefully someone took it at 80. Man, that's upsetting. That's so upsetting. Yeah. I was wanting to get closer to, I mean, it was on 80, but the share size was still, it had a good amount. Normally it'll close down until it says like 2 or 3 right here, but it just broke right through. So, yeah. But hopefully that means that 87 is the ultimate stop. So whenever you would put in a share size, you would go off of 87 being your ultimate stop. So let's say we'd shorted 100 right now. We're basically risking about $20 on 100 shares. But it doesn't look like it wants to pull back up, so that's awesome. So. Yeah, that would have been nice. But I guess you just don't win them all. That's the point. Even though you call it, sometimes you just don't execute the trade, and you know it sucks. Because finding a good trade within the stock market, you know, finding one that's like a textbook can be difficult. But if it does pull back up, you know, it could look good if it tries to retest the 87. I think it's just kind of too late in the day for that, though. Looking at FedEx, see how this is acting. Yeah, FedEx didn't have too bad of a day. I mean, yeah, it gapped down a good amount, but yeah. Yeah, TME just broke through it broke through basically a previous, or a pre-market candle. So 1845. I mean, look at the 5-minute candles. Yeah, I mean, it has the wick right here. Probably wouldn't be a bad entry. Get in there. 54 would be your stop loss. Because 1845 basically closed up a point. So, VCSC was amazing. No shares available though. Oh, FC. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, up for the day though. But yeah, you got the double. Is that double top? Oh, almost 28, 27. Yeah, definitely a good look. Yeah, I'm just having fun. Oh, yep, see, this was a good place to short. 54 being the stop, so I'm calling them. I'm just duh for the day. Yeah, I'm calling the trades. I'm just not taking them myself, so it's kind of upsetting. I mean, I missed it right here at the 80 break. It's starting to push back up, but it's later in the day. It doesn't really matter now. TME, look for the break right here. We got a breakthrough. If it comes back up and tests the 54, that would be nice. Especially since it has closed. I mean, it's closed the gap a good amount from the previous day's low. So look at the 5-minute candles. Yeah, I mean, that's just right there is a beautiful short. It's basically a reversal trade. You'll see that like Mirror trades those all the time. He would just wait for it to get further, like right in this area. I think that's a little too long to wait, but he's the pro, so can't go against him. Oh, we are retesting. Look at that. So this could turn out to be a cup and handle. We have the cup and then the handle would come out. Or it could just be a fake out. So 54, 52. But I do like how this broke over this pre-market candle and then it just plummeted down. That just shows there's a lot of resistance right there. And it's getting close to 54 and then it just kind of, so like my when I used to, well, I mean trading before, my strategy was I let it get close to the high of day as possible and then I'd short like crazy share size, and it worked out sometimes. So like right now, you know, I'm only risking about 8 cents. You know, I would put in maybe 2,000 shares or something. Sometimes it would work out, sometimes it didn't. Right now it looks like it'd probably work out. But yeah, I like this. I mean, yeah, it did push, but we do have it filling the gap here. I like the open of that next candle. So 43, 43. I'm going to short it if it breaks below 43. It could continue to push up. And then once it hits 43, it's going to have a 40 support. But seeing how it reacts right here, could break through. It looks better for us if it does. Give us a false break, that'd be awesome. Now it's just coming up and sitting at 54 like all the other candles have. Still waiting. Still waiting. The open of the next candle is just horrible. It's like right there. I would think this is the one that pushed us through. I would think. No. Push through a cent. Okay, that works. Previous day's low, 1845. So about a point away. That's about right. I'm going to short it right here, 100 shares. Now this is very risky. I wouldn't recommend anyone taking this trade. But I don't know. I like the false break. It's holding the moving average, but it's very overextended off the VWAP. That's just something to keep in mind. So, and we do have a buyer wall, which is never a good thing when you short a stock. So if it breaks through 45, it could look good. But of course you have this 43 is what we were looking at. So this 43 double bottom right here. Risking about what, 50, about $5 on the trade. We're up about $4. You know, I'll probably go to Taco Bell or something. I don't know. McDonald's is probably too expensive. So we are getting a seller wall, which is always nice. Getting a pullback. See how it reacts to 32. I'm going to cover out there. I'm going to let it pull up and then possibly take another position. So covered out at 40. It's already back to 43. A lot of people, I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing because with a lot of brokers, you would have your commissions and stuff run up. But I don't like the way that this is acting. I really don't. Even though it's so overextended off the VWAP, it's still having some bullish pressure. So, and now we're getting a buyer wall, and then it just spiked up. So, I mean, that's why I did that. Again, wouldn't recommend doing some crazy stuff like this, but I know a trick or two, I guess you could say. So it was nice. We got the bottom of the candle, basically. Volatility trading, if you're still there, you had like an awesome cover in your video. So definitely check out Volatility Trading. Very smart guy. Coming up to this moving average and just holding it. I'm up $10, so that's probably McDonald's. I could probably afford McDonald's with that. But hopefully, if anyone else took that trade, you are green. But yeah. We just came up to the $0.50, $17.50, and it is held down. So I really think the ultimate stop is $17.55. $17.55 should be the ultimate stop in this stock. If it breaks $17.55, get out of the trade completely. In my opinion, not a financial advisor, don't know finances, just name them all. But in my opinion, if it breaks $17.55, I just wouldn't mess with it anymore. There's so many wicking candles. Even if we look at the 5-minute, I mean, look at these wicking candles. Just look at them. So, and it's a false break right here. So, 17.55 would be the ultimate stop. We're having a bear flag right here. So it's holding down on the moving average, but the VWAP is still way down here. And the 5-minute candles are just the bearish things, like the most bearish candles I've ever seen. So if it breaks 17.55, I just really wouldn't mess with it anymore. It could be a false break, but it's just not worth it this late in the day. It's really not. Because what occurs is if it breaks it, then the bulls would get excited, and you could just be going sideways for the rest of the day. 1740 breaks, that's definitely interesting. But the thing is, we have 36, 37, 38, 39. A bunch of, it's basically ascending right here. So, but, you know, 1740 seems to be that key area. Even though it's just ascending by 1 cent every candle. All right, we are getting a, okay, there goes the movement. This is definitely a good stock to short. Definitely a good stock to short, in my opinion. If it holds below, because basically, right now you'd be risking about 13 cents to the high right now. And the wicking candles, I mean, the wicking candles really just say it all. Even if it broke the high, I'm pretty sure it'd be a false break because the wicking candles are telling us everything. I mean, all these candles basically have a wick at the top, and the 5-minute chart, you know, we're getting these wicks as well. Excuse me. So, okay, so last round, if anyone has any questions, if you want me to look at a stock, if you want to let me know how you did today, I made $10, you know, much later trade than I've really ever taken, about a minute trade, 100 shares. Got out at the bottom of the candle, so can't complain about that. But yeah, another $10, almost to 100% in the small account. it makes it makes me yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, like $10, you know, compared to the share size I used to use. It's really hard to, you know, I don't know. But yeah, we'll start using larger share size. It's starting to go sideways now. Hopefully there's a break to the VWAP, but could be a little bit. Could be a little bit, but I don't recommend anyone overtrade. We're getting a push right here. Don't overtrade. Don't get FOMO. You know, there's always going to be another stock to trade. There's always going to be another day to trade them. Just forming a very bearish candle right here. So, YOLO. Yeah. If I was YOLO right now, I'd probably take full share size. Yeah, full share size on this one stock. Just because I've seen this formation in the past. Basically, when I was on vacation, rose up, got to about 10 o'clock, and then just all the way down. So I would go full steam ahead on this stock. If I was YOLO, do it YOLO. I would, but you know, I think I've worked too hard to build this account to just go crazy with it. But it does have a quick stop. I mean, only 55 cents, you know, especially if it breaks right here on 37. So, made $9. Nice. See, there goes the YOLO right there. Yeah, it would have been a nice one. I mean, full share, even with full share size on this account, I would have only gotten 700 shares. 700 shares on 20 cents, about 100, a little over $100. Not bad. With the small account, it's not bad. But yeah, here's that candle. So yeah, like I said, I've seen this formation in the past before. That's what it's all about. You've seen the formation before, you know how it's going to react. It's basically the same psychology behind it as it crashes. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, it had to close the VWAP sooner or later. As you see, it came down, touched the VWAP, and then it started moving. So the ultimate stop, basically, like we said, was 1755. So 1755, starting to crash down even more. So it was a good call. At least we're able to see the stocks and see what they're going to do. Other than that, I think that's about it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me go ahead and bring it over to... that's not it. That is not it. That is it. All right, perfect. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I hope everyone's had a green day. TME is still acting a little weird, but you know, it had good movement. Made $10. Like what, 2% in the account? You know, can't complain. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support. This is Jonathan, Mr. Kitty, as always, with Lone Wolf Day Trading, and stay green.